the JR. 5 stories and 90,000 square feet of interactive games and way cool fun. So it's time to go back inside in depth with our own Tracy Butler and Bill Campbell. Take it away, guys.
Thanks, guys. We are so excited to be here at DisneyQuest, right, Bill?
Isn't this great, Tracy? You know, we ought to get on the cyber later and just see you guys later.
Later.
Walt Disney World is Disney's largest resort location, consisting of 4 theme parks and 2 water parks. However, between 1998 and 2017, Walt Disney World had another gate, an indoor theme park known as DisneyQuest. Let's explore the Distory of DisneyQuest. DisneyQuest opened in downtown Disney on June 19, 1998, as the first of many planned DisneyQuest locations. It was a 5-story, windowless building containing various virtual reality-based attractions and arcade games, located in 4 theme zones: Explore, Create, Replay, and Score. After entering the lobby of the building, guests boarded a cyberlator and were greeted by the genie, introducing them to DisneyQuest, whilst they are transported up to the 3rd floor Ventureport, the main entrance to the 4 zones. In 1999, a DisneyQuest in Chicago opened, with plans to open another in Philadelphia in 2000. However, the popularity of DisneyQuest was already starting to dwindle in Orlando, and it failed to prove popular in Chicago, leading to the cancellation of further DisneyQuests around the country. The Chicago location ended up closing in September 2001, leaving just the Orlando location. However, Disney failed to add anything to DisneyQuest after 2000, with a lot of the attractions needing updates and refurbishments. In 2011, the DisneyQuest's age was beginning to show when the cyberlator was converted into general elevators. This was the beginning of the end for DisneyQuest and the Orlando location, closed on July 2nd, 2017, to make way for the short-lived NBA experience. So what was in DisneyQuest? Starting in the Explore Zone on the 1st floor, guests could visit Hercules and the Underworld, a cave-based game where 4 guests entered the world of Hercules, controlling either Hercules, Megara, Phil, or Pegasus in an attempt to collect lightning bolts and defeat Hercules. The attraction was replaced in 2000 by Pirates of the Caribbean Battle for Buccaneer Gold, another cave-based game with guests boarding a pirate ship and firing cannons at enemy pirates. The virtual Jungle Cruise took guests on a journey down a prehistoric river, passing dinosaurs along the way, paddling on an inflatable raft. Next to the virtual Jungle Cruise was the Treasures of the Incas remote control car game, which ended up closing in 2007. The final part of the Explore Zone was on the 2nd floor, Aladdin's Magic Carpet Ride, where guests can fly on a magic carpet collecting gems using a VR headset. The Create Zone made up the rest of the 2nd floor. The magic mirrors lasted until 2005, where guests could take a picture of themselves and edit their faces. The Radio Disney Song Maker allowed guests to create their own song and buy it. The Living Easels were interactive screens where guests could create their own pictures and later print and purchase them. Sid's Creator Toy was a station where guests could create their own toy using parts of other toys. The Animation Academy ran regular sessions where guests could learn how to draw Disney characters. And the highlight of the Create Zone was Cyberspace Mountain, where guests could design their own roller coaster. They then boarded a simulator where they could ride their design roller coaster, including any loops. The Replay Zone stretched across the top 3 floors, mainly consisting of arcade games that guests could play for free. The main attraction of the Replay Zone was located on the 3rd floor, Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blaster. This attraction was a form of bumper cars with a twist. Guests could drive over asteroids, load them into cannons, and fire them at other cars. If they hit a certain spot on the car, they would spin out of control for 10 seconds. Of all the attractions in DisneyQuest, this was the only one not to involve some form of virtual reality. The Score Zone was also located across the top 3 zones. On the 3rd floor was the Mighty Ducks Pinball Slam, where guests rocked their duck podium as part of a giant pinball machine. On both the 4th and 5th floors was the Ride for Comics, where guests wear a VR headset and enter a battle with supervillains using a laser sword. Finally, on the 5th floor was Invasion, an extraterrestrial encounter, a sequel Finally, on the 5th floor was Invasion, an extraterrestrial encounter, a sequel to the 1995 Magic Kingdom attraction, with guests controlling a rescue vehicle to rescue astronauts from alien enemies, either as the driver of the vehicle or the shooters. Despite extraterrestrial alien encounter closing in 2003 at Magic Kingdom, its sequel attraction DisneyQuest lasted until the indoor park closed in 2017. DisneyQuest was not just home to attractions, there was dining and retail too. On the 4th floor was the Wonderland Cafe, an internet cafe that served food from Cheesecake Factory until 2008. On the 5th floor was the Food Quest food court, serving more traditional meals. On the 2nd floor was the guest gallery, where guests could purchase any of their creations from the day in Create Zone. Finally, DisneyQuest exited into the DisneyQuest Emporium, a gift shop containing general Disney merchandise. DisneyQuest was Walt Disney World's unofficial 5th gate, acting as a small indoor theme park packed with attractions and dining. As the initial popularity of DisneyQuest declined, admission for the building started to become included in ticket packages in the attempt to draw more guests to visit. Unfortunately, DisneyQuest became an afterthought after the cancellation of the Philadelphia location and the closure of the Chicago location. The last major addition to DisneyQuest was in 2000 with Pirates of the Caribbean Battle for Buccaneer Gold, and in 2012 the Fix-It Felix arcade games were added to promote Wreck-It Ralph. It's not surprising that DisneyQuest was closed in 2017 after it was left in a state of disrepair. It's just a shame that its successor, at the NBA Experience, was only open for a total of 7 months between August 12, 2019 and March 16, 2020, also closing due to the lack of popularity. Whilst Disney's experiment of creating indoor theme park spaces across the country in the form of DisneyQuest failed, the original location in Orlando stayed open for 19 years. Let's hope that the next thing to arrive on that space of Disney Springs lives up to DisneyQuest's legacy. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below on what you want to see next on the Distory channel.